Welcome to the Monday Morning Flow Show, and I'm Julia Pinkham, and this is the Tai Chi Fit, Tai Chi for Veterans Bamboo Fusion. There's nothing to do or learn. We practice and continue getting into flow. And so if I go left and you go right, it doesn't really matter because we're going together and we're getting into flow. So it's choreographed with the basic Tai Chi movements and some yoga postures, standing upright, and we want to always safety first, honor and respect our bodies and our limitations, and then we can test it out and push that edge and try to challenge our balance and challenge ourselves to keep moving. And strength and flexibility, it's a mind body spirit, we're exercising our soul. So welcome, and we'll get started. It's from the beginning. I don't know why you can't see my feet all the way back there. Change the angle. Here we go. Standing upright, welcoming the dawn, breathing into the morning. You can look up and see the pink and blue morning winter sky, and then gazing down to the earth, sinking the chi, letting go, using the breath, the exhale, slowing down into the present moment. And we're warming up, opening the chest, opening the mind, breathing into the body, breathing into the present moment, arriving. My positive thought for the day, for the practice, I think a continuation of thanksgiving and gratitude is always a great way to start the flow experience. I'm very grateful to be here with you today, and welcome back. And the feet go shoulder hip width apart. As we warm up the whole body, the base of the body, the arms collapse like a chain link. The hips and knees and ankles soften. Spring-loaded, like you've got a bubbling well. So the fountain of water falling, and then the renewal of water bubbling up from the spring beneath to lift your body, to rebound in the resiliency. We're opening and closing. And then pause at the bottom, and then sit down into your comfy chair, lifting up, looking up. We're stretching and releasing, extending. This is a position of surrender. Just go to where you feel comfortable, where you feel that thigh working, and then softening the edge. The strings, the hands lift up like a marionette, like a puppet, and we're letting go. The hands drip down this open the door like a mime, sliding down the glass door, and then reaching and sinking at the same time. Simultaneous sinking and reaching, surrendering. Maybe you can go a little bit lower. Maybe you want to position yourself a little bit higher up on your throne, and then wash that away. Whoosh. And you can always come back to the sigh to deepen your breathing, to slow yourself down, catch up with the moment. And this is an opening, sliding side to side. Yes. And then we can add the second hand, and it's like strike a pose, and the two hands in the foot. If you get the timing, heel and strike, like we're going to grab and play a guitar or the harp even. Wide stance, step out, and we're back to the pink clouds, opening, expanding, reaching, looking up. And the rib cage expand with the breath. And the body sinks into the rhythm with the breathing and the movements. And we're going to reverse directions like the eagle soaring over its territory. We're going to look down, and the back opens like the wingspan and spreads, opening like the swimmer, like the butterfly, reaching and extending out of the ocean here. And then we're going to hands like palm fronds, warming up the whole body, getting into this, the knees and the hips, bending, the elbows and the wrist follow suit, and then brush and push. And it's a continuous motion, so the hands just drop and rise in that circle, double circle. We drop in and press, and then rewinding back, coming back, pulls your body up and over in a rainbow, and drop in either side, the other side, and folding one hand to the face. Yeah, getting our body warmed up and moving in this rhythm, opening and closing. You can sigh and push to release. Press your breath in your body. And come back to the center. And from the center, press from the chest and the hand over the shoulder, opening the side. You look back to the corner, 45-degree angle, and then the eyes follow the fingertips, and it's a straight press from the chest. I like to imagine that I'm swimming. This is one of the perfect movements that is like swimming. Now, Tai Chi will come up on your smartwatch. It does when I practice, and it'll ask me, are you swimming? You know, it's like a swim workout in the body movement, because we get into this flow, this fluid, water, whole body. Hey, you can imagine that you're cutting through the water in your stroke. You get a little bit of that resistance, a little bit of the buoyancy, a little bit of the healing power of water into your rhythmic motion. And the hands form that moon and tip the moonbeams, dripping on your imaginary ocean, opening and expanding the side of the body, reflecting radiant white light. And then we'll take our hand to the chest, and the foot opens to the toe, and we'll pull ourselves back to the shore in our rowboat, and then drop in. You can drop on your thigh, you can slide down your leg to your ankle, wherever you feel this triangle pose. And then, like your strings from your marionette, the top hand lifts the whole body, and we come back to center and set it up again on the other side. You can take a wider stance and then drop in and slide down and open and lift and look up and reach yourself back up, and then the heel steps in. So we're standing, and the hands pass like clouds across the blank sky. So here we are, floating by, turning and releasing, dropping in, dropping by, rotating around that center. And then the top hand forms an anchor, and let your shoulders set on your chest, so you're not holding yourself up, but you're upheld by your bones, resting on your bones. Creating more space across the back, opening and expanding the chest. Check the tension and see if you can challenge yourself to let go a little bit further and remove a little bit more. And then that anchor comes in and we step in a wave, 2 ships crossing in the night. And then open your field of protection here and reverse the direction. So now we can expand our reach from below and open to reflect above. We get further and deeper, more whole body, and going continuous motion, and then step in and we swipe one way and the other way, coming right back into our anchor and our sail, and then smooth sailing, continuous motion, down, diving down into the base of the body and expand your reach, extending, reaching beyond the hands and outward, and then come in. I saw the crane at the zoo Wednesday, the red-headed crane, and I watched and I waited to see if I could get this wingspan, you know, like we do in this, and dive and pause and reflect, opening the back side of the body, extending the legs and the back, the shoulder and the hip, and rise up. It's a toe touch, like you're testing the water. So then all the weight's on the back leg already. So now when we come in, we're already in position, prepared for this is the tree pose. And if you shake a little bit, just challenge yourself or put your toe down towards your ankle, a bit closer to, and then pull it up inch by inch and see. Sometimes we are stronger on one side or the other. It can be surprising. And the moon, let's see, we're holding the moon and warding off. So the bottom hand comes up, the top hand presses straight down. This is the transition. You dive in and rotate. So we're rolling that ball, and now we have it held at the other side to open and expand. This is ward off. It's a defense. I'm protecting myself from an invader, from an attack. And then the transition, like threading a needle, and we roll that imaginary moon back in front of us, gently holding it, and then the top hand comes back. This position where you step out of the way. So we remove ourselves from the attack by softening and becoming like water, by getting fluid, by being flexible, by not taking the attack, by not returning to the defense, by flow. And we dive and circle, hold the moon, open and close, and then this is a double protection press. And we press from the back foot, and the foot connects all the way to the hands, so I have the strength of my body and not just my hands from the earth, that I can use gravity to connect and have that greater than myself press, anti-gravity from the earth, pushing back. So 2 hands, and then dive and roll and return to the moon. And you can step out for a wider stance and stream and roll and yield and press, and then the elbows fold. And this is a two-hand, this is a partner. So we're leading and following like we would in a dance. So you connect the fingertips and the palms to the ball like you're sticky. So they go and you follow and you follow and it goes. And then open the window across the chest, opening the heart. Holding the moon, nice, wide, softening, water flowing. And then defense. And here we're connecting the foot and the back through to the fingers. We can become a whole, moving, connected, dancing through life, leading and following, opening and closing, rolling back, pressing forward, dropping in, sending out, and open across, opening the light streaming through the window. Draw the shades back into the day, moving through life, and then coming back to the beginning, and the hands roll forward in this other direction, and then everything drops and releases, spring-loaded, back to the press, sending from the back in all directions, radiating light and love. We're grateful. Get into the flow to continue to practice compassion and presence. Open and close, breathing in, breathing out. Release and come back together. And here we are, Monday morning, the Bamboo Fusion Flow Show, finishing up the month, coming up to the end of the year. And thank you for coming to share the flow and being here with me. And I'm happy to be here and to continue to practice and share and learn and grow.